I left a good job in the city, working for the man every night and day. And I never lost 1 minute of sleep, 'cause I was worried about the way things might have been. Big wheels keep on turning, Proud Mary keep on burning, and we rolling, 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 yeah, rolling, rolling on the river, rolling on the river. Said we rolling, 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 yeah, rolling, rolling on the river, rolling on the river. This hard. This my girl. This my soul mother, my soul sister. And if you haven't heard, girl, Tina Turner, Miss Anna Mae Bullock from Nutbush, Tennessee, has passed away at the tender age of 83. Oh my gosh. Girl, it took me. I couldn't do this video yesterday. I couldn't. Because, girl, I was already, first of all, girl, I don't know what's going on with the moons, girl. I was up and down with the emotions, baby, honey. And, girl, and then I researched the moon. They said something's going on with the fertility. And my baby is graduating from high school. So, girl, my emotions was too much, girl. I was watching TikTok and somebody else, little boy, made me cry. So it was just too much, baby. It was too much. But then when Tina hit, I was like, no, I can't take it. I'm logging off, okay? But I got to do a celebration, a memorial, and I'm just going to pull some cards on her. Just to make sure, girl, everything was good with Miss Tina. But I feel like Miss Tina left this earth being very loved, okay? Finally, okay, because she well deserved it. You know, because if you're not a girl from the South, if you never grew up in the South, girl, a little black girl in the South, especially a little black girl that's different, and different in a way that you got talent that nobody else seen, you got beliefs that nobody else believe in, you got dreams that nobody else have ever dreamed, okay? And so you would be different, and being different is not a good thing sometimes, okay? Not if you don't have a supporting family, and we know she didn't come from a supportive family. Her mother and father, you know, she saw them coming home from school, you know, and all I got is the movie, y'all. All I got is the movie, baby. I wasn't there with Miss Tina, but, you know, and I love that movie. I watch that movie matter of fact, I'm going to watch it again this weekend. So, Miss Tina, you know, came home and saw her mother and father. I don't know if they were fighting and they were leaving, and they didn't care. And she heard them say, "What about Anna Mae?" And I think the mom said she didn't care, and she just pulled off. And then so she was left with the grandmother, just to go later to go be raised with the mother, just so she can, in her tender age of probably, I don't know how young she was. I'm just going to assume probably 16, 17, 18, 19 in that age, where she went to go live with her mother and ran into Ike. And that's when a girl like her from the South, who has never been properly loved, okay? And then this doesn't go for every girl, you know. It go for the girls who know, you know, it's a hard life for a girl in the South, okay? Especially in Tennessee, Mississippi, that type of area. So Tina overcome all that because, you know, at the end of the day, she eventually found happiness, but it was a long road for her, okay? She has dedicated over 50 years or 5 decades, 50 years into the music business, giving us great music, giving us soulful music, giving us rock and roll. She was simply the best. She had girl, giving body from the beginning, giving just a light, just a beacon of light. She always have been. And so I'm just going to pull some cards on her. But the thing about it, I don't want to talk too much about Ike and her trauma with that, because she said that she has so much trauma just even thinking about that, about a relationship that she had where she was out there simply looking for love, and she loved a man more than she loved herself, okay? And do we say a girl is wrong for loving a man so much? Yes and no. Okay, because a partner should want somebody else to love them like that and be there for them and have their back and come in and add value to you. She adds so much value to Ike. Okay, and Ike came in and kind of gaslighted her and gave her that type of love that only benefited him. Okay, and it just tortured her. But it's pretty much getting some of the same type of love she was getting from her own family. So it just carried on. So she didn't know the difference until she did. And by that time, it's never too late because she finally fought back. She got away from Ike and she started over and had just a successful career. Even though I don't remember none of Tina's songs after that, girl. But I'm sure she had some great ones. But she did make some good music with Ike. I have to say that. Her and Ike, made great music, and that's probably all I'll say about that. Because even I remember Ike and Tina, my grandma used to sit down and watch Ike and Tina, and you would see how Tina would be doing the talking, and Ike would be in the background just mean mugging, just giving that old, ooh, you can tell he was high. You can tell he was on something, just mean mugging her, making sure she say what she supposed to say and all that when she don't even know what she supposed to say. But she be bigging him up all the time, just bigging him up, and he's still mean mugging. It's like, honey, your karma is bad. That's why you're not receiving the blessings that she's receiving, even though you guys in the same group, and Ike did add value, okay, to the group. But my thing is, I believe he got on substance, and when he got on the substance, you losing, the family losing, he losing, the business losing. Okay, the band, everybody's gonna lose when the head person get on some type of substance that's hard, that changes them and makes them angry and mean. And that's what he did. And so finally she got away from it, and then she found true love. And I feel like it was true love because this person gave her his kidney. If that's not an act of love and kindness, and I want you to be here next to me, what is? Okay? That is, I don't know no man like Ike that would have did that, because number one, his organs probably ain't no good, girl, they no good for him, they no good for you. Okay, but then this man was younger, and she had to move to another country because every time people would ask her every day, what about Ike, how's your, that was traumatic. It's traumatic to watch, and they didn't add everything, they made it good for TV for us to watch. Her life was way worse than that. So and she had to constantly talk about it, and I understand why she would, because that's the music that we loved. Honestly, we didn't know that she, even though my young instincts were telling me something ain't right about their relationship, but they did make great music. Okay, and that's as far as I'm gonna say. That's as far as I'm gonna up him, because no, okay. So this is about Tina. And Tina was a phenomenon, okay? She, honey, before Beyonce did, it was Tina, okay? Think about it. The blonde hair, the legs, the moves, dancing in heels. Tina was still dancing in heels to her last performance, baby. And Beyonce last week talking about she couldn't dance in no heels. Girl, stop. Girl, Tina was dancing in heels all the way up to 80. Girl, Beyonce. Girl, don't... I'm sorry, Tina. I ain't gonna get on Beyonce. I just thought about it because we were saying Beyonce 40, and I get it. But girl, I just had on some heels just yesterday, and I was walking just fine. I'll be wearing my heels. Sometimes I'll be wearing my heels all the time, but girl, I'll be having my heels on and I'll getting it, girl, just fine. Beyonce can still dance in here. I can still get it. I can still Girl, that's nothing. Baby. Okay, but y'all be too easy on Beyonce when Tina Turner was out there getting it in heels at 80 since day one all the way to the end. But let's pull some cards on Miss Tina and just see, what was the energy when she left, when she passed, not left, she passed, to another realm. Okay. She's now an angel. Okay. So let's see. What was the energy behind her? We pulled from some different cards today. So let me start off, be polite. Divine angels, if you could, please. Give me the best cards from this deck to describe the energy of Miss Tina Turner, Miss Anna Mae Bullock, during her, final days, okay? Because we weren't able to be there with her, and we just want to share in that moment. Just sharing that moment, like loved ones would want to. We love Tina. So let's pull some cards. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with Miss Tina. Okay, great. 3 cards we'll take. We're not going to overdo it. And the cards that we have here, we have the dragon's pet. A dragon's pet. Okay, let's see what that's about, girl. It's about communication between species, animals, pets, a magical companions, guardianship. Oh, if that don't sound like peace, what is? Communication between species. It's like she was communicating probably between different realms. Communicating. Because if you're from the South, okay, when a loved one get ready to pass away, they always give some type of sign. They always say some type of message. They always let you know that they're at peace. When you kind of know, if it's out, out the blue, you don't know, of course, but they'll give you something like, I'm at peace with this, or they'll say, I'm going to be with my mom, I'm going to be with my grandma, something like that. I feel like she was communicating like that. If she had any animals and pets, her pets were there giving her, they was giving her love. Your pets love you. They know when you need them, and they do come through for that. If you treat them well and give them love, they'll give it back to you. It also speaks about a magical companions. So that means that her husband, her partner, was there, and then she also had guardianship, which means the divine was there. God was there with her, and I think she was a Buddhist. She believed in Buddhist. So her divine creator was there with her. So it seems like a very peaceful time for her. Almost, I don't want to say magical, but let's just keep it real. Death is a part of life. Okay, it's a cycle of life. So, that's like a fact. We all gonna experience it. Okay, whether we want to face it or not. You just want to live your best life here, so that it can be a peaceful transition. So it can be a good one for you. That's what I feel. Because there's all type of ways to leave this earth. I just wish the best for people who do the good work here. I feel like a transition should be a peaceful and and one that's guided, okay, by the morals and the standards that you had here on earth. Okay, so simply put. Then it says, "Oh, carry me home." Oh, I'm about to cry. Oh, she had guardianship. The divine carried her home, as he should, as he would, as she should, as she would. It says support time. It says support. She had support. She had loving people, loving family that truly loved her next to her. It says time to be carried. Oh my God. It's time to be carried. Finally, it's time for her. Oh my God, Tina, you deserve it so much. You deserve it so much. Like I said, she has so much. Out of all the 83 years she was here on this earth, like I told you, the beginning where she made music. Because music, let's just keep it real. It comes from sometimes it comes from a painful place. Okay, and that's why people can resonate with it. Because sometimes they're working the job in the city, working for the man night and day. Girl, who can't relate? Girl, in the struggle she put in the voice, and then you could feel it. It's like, and come on now, shoot. But it says it's time for her to be carried home. It was a peaceful and it seemed like a loving transition here. It says allow others to help her. And so it was finally, because you remember, Tina, it took her almost a decade to even, or more, to marry her husband. Even though he came in and he was loving on her. And they kind of met one day and they was never apart ever since then. But it took her a minute for her healing, for her to even be able to love him properly. And then I think not too long ago, I think probably, it wasn't no 1 or 2 years ago, but not too long ago, she married him, finally. Okay? And she finally allowed others to help her. Because if you come from, girl, back in the day, or back, not back in the day, but more of, if you're coming from the South, a girl like Tina Turner or Anna Mae growing up trying to please people only for people just to constantly walk out of your life. The people who's supposed to be staples in your life walk out and leave you stranded, leave you abandoned, leave you neglected. And then for the mother, for her to tell her that she was running from her abusive husband, and for the mother to allow Ike to give her a couple of dollars, and for her to tell where her daughter was. It's just like, where is the love? Where is the support? Who can I trust? And it's just like, I felt like that's how she felt. And so it got to the point, like, even the new people that called themselves family, the new support that she had, she was like, if I start to trust you and lean on you, will you let me fall? Will you do me just like everybody else in my life who's supposed to be there for me? Will you do that to me? It's hard to trust, okay? And so I don't blame her. And that's why the healing process needs to be done. And I feel like her husband allowed her to do that healing process. He didn't rush her. He didn't pressure her. He did nothing. And then when she was finally ready, he gave her the most beautiful wedding that you can ever see. And she got married. And then, ladies, another point that you can learn from Tina. Tina had a abusive relationship. Let them tell her she chose wrong, right? She loved the wrong man when she thought she was loving the right man, okay? And I don't feel like a human being should be scolded for loving somebody. No, I don't think that should happen. Okay, the person who loved you wrong should be scolded. But girl, we're living in a crazy universe right now. We're living in the meta, baby. Okay, so I feel like, she finally trusted this man. She finally allowed him to. She was able to lean on this person. Okay, she was finally found somebody that she can lean on, she can support, that can support her. And he truly got her. He got her leg. She on him. He looking back at her. Oh, it's so beautiful. And ladies, like I was saying, I threw off. Like they tell you that you chose bad and that you can't get nobody. It's too late to love. Tina found a man who loved her in her 50s. Okay, he married her in her 50s. If not 70s. It's somewhere in between 50 to 70, because I know they met and then she waited a long time, almost a decade, and then she decided to marry him. Okay, and he was rich. Okay, he had to go on. He provided a life for her that nobody else has ever provided for her. He provided a home. He had to take her out of the United States. We hate that she had to leave, but we understood it. Sometimes you got to move away from where you came from. Okay, sometimes you got to move all the way across the world, across the countries, honey. Sometimes you do, just so you can be simply the best. Okay, better than all the rest. Okay, but she finally was carried home, y'all. Okay, and then it says Green Man's Bride. Oh, the money man bride, baby. Green Man's Bride. It's sacred union. A sacred union that the divine had for her. And the thing is, she did all the steps. She listened. She fought back. She listened. She took the steps. She left. And she left everybody, girl. Left everybody. The kids, everybody. Okay? Because you have to start off fresh. Because if you saw the trial, some of the kids chose their daddy. Okay, so some of the boys were just like they daddy. And it's not that she didn't love him. She had to love herself. And she finally left. And finally got away. And she had a sacred union with somebody who was going to love her. It says also a commitment ceremony. And then it says maturing into deep relationship. Oh, maturing, growing old with somebody. Oh my God. Tina, you deserve it. If this is a story for all ladies, for all women out there who feel like you're never gonna find somebody, you feel like you got people out there on the podcast telling you it's too late for you in your 30s, you in your 40s. First of all, okay, Tina got married to this sacred union. Look at these sacred cards that were pulled for this woman right here. Okay, she found sacred union, sacred love. She had people there for her. She did not die alone. She did not pass away alone. Okay, despite what the podcast men say. Okay, and then just the other day, Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, one of the richest men, okay, in the United States for sure, just popped the question to his 53-year-old girlfriend on period. Okay, so ladies, not only can you find love in your 50s, baby, prime example, Jeff Bezos, Sanchez, prime example, okay, but you can also find you a billionaire, okay? You understand me? You hear me? The paradigm has changed, okay? Things are changing, okay? And we seeing it before our eyes. What you got to do is put in that work, okay? Put in that self-love work so that I can come into your life. Matter of fact, put in that work so hard that not even a mother who don't love you can be in your life. Not even a father who never supported you and protect you can be in your life. Not even girl, after you raise these kids and they no longer kids, they adults. Okay, you give them what they need. You can be the support for them, honey. But we're gonna see. Take notes. Look, okay, because your kids gonna always need you, and you can always be a phone call away. But they don't have to be in your energy if they're not gonna be in the energy. If they're gonna bring you down, okay? Because these kids these days, and I ain't saying kids like kids. I'm talking about people that you birthed that are grown, okay? Grown men, okay? Who out there still think that the mother is obligated to them, okay? No, she's not. Go out there and live your life and get you somebody that you can protect and you can provide for, so that she, in return, wants to give those things to you, okay? So, yes, as a mother, you are to be there for your sons and your daughters when they are children. But when they become adults, okay, they should have all the necessities that they need to fly, okay? This ain't nothing against kids, but I'm just saying, I just felt the need to say that, okay? She had to go over and start over. She didn't have no more kids and nothing like that. She didn't do what these men do, tell me I'm starting over having kids. No, okay? No, she's not doing that. She's saying that she went over and she had to look out for her. And I'm sure her kids were there beside her, okay? Because when you feel like you can lose a good thing in your life, you either gonna straighten up or get lost, okay? And that goes for everybody, okay? Nobody, just because you came out of somebody's womb, you are obligated to them to a certain extent, because you are to give them respect, okay? Because just, it's like a birthright. You give them the respect. But after they done tore you down and did whatever they done did in your life, and you know got to the point that you see that it's toxic and there's no working it out, girl, you are not obligated to stay there. You're not obligated to take it. Okay, you let them sit in their own misery. You leave. You go to another country. You go to another state. You go across. Don't go across the street, because they're gonna just walk across there. You go. Okay, and do what you need to do for you. Go where you appreciate it and love, so that when you pass away, you're gonna be surrounded by people who value and appreciate you. Okay, period. And your children, trust me, thing about children is whatever you instilled in them, it will, if you still a solid foundation, morals, a moral compass, they're gonna find their way back to you into home. I promise you they will. Sometimes you gotta let them go. Sometimes you gotta let them fly. Just like the eagle, the mom eagle, she'll push you out the wing. She knows she done gave you the nourishment. She know you done seen me fly. She knows she done gave you all the tools that you need as an eagle to fly. And it's all about a sink and swim. Okay? And when they fly, they proud and they become strong eagles. Okay? You don't want a bird that's kind of grown 40-year-old bird behind you, girl. No 40-year-old birds. Okay? Running behind you, talking about mama, what we eating. No, girl. They can come over every once in a while and eat, but baby, don't run behind me talking about mama what we eat. Girl. But anyway. So, I'm just going to pull some advice cards for Tina. Let's see if Tina can give us some advice. Tina, can you give us any advice? Can you give any advice to the girls? Okay, the girls are listening. The girls are transitioning to loving self. Okay, valuing self, loving yourself more than anybody has ever you thought that anybody should. Like a parent, parent yourself. Okay, parent yourself right now. If you was that kid who never received love and attention, and never received hugs, kisses, never received birthday gifts, never received birthday parties or birthday cake, baby, go buy yourself one today. Okay, if you had accolades that was never displayed on the walls, put them up today. Okay, love the kid the kid that's within. Okay, that's my advice to you. Let's see what Tina got to say, girl. Tina, what's the words for the girls? Okay, what do you got to say to the girls? Tina. Okay. Tina, yeah, that's a hard thing to do, Tina. Tina said, take accountability. Okay, responsibility is a gift of love to yourself and to others. And that is so true. You know, and I see that. You know, see how we can sit back and point the finger and say Ike was a monster, and he was, okay? But I think Tina is saying, take accountability for your life. You see how this person is packing up and leaving, and get up and move, okay? And break the fences, break the chains of you. And accountability is a beautiful thing, really, because it makes you stronger. It takes you out of that victim mentality. because that's not where you want to sit. And you're not a victim. You're a warrior. Okay, you survived it. You got through it. Okay, you're stronger now, and now you know the signs. Okay, and you know the fight for your rights. You know the fight for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Okay, because at the end of the day, responsibility is a gift of love to you and to others around you. Okay, so nobody ain't got to hear you whining about it. Okay, even though it hurts you, you can cry about it. Yes, you can. Okay, because there's nothing wrong with that. That clears your heart. That releases that energy. You have to do that. You know, back in the day, especially in the South, they tell you, dry it up. I don't want to see those tears. Dry it up now. Fix your face. And it's like they forced us to put layers and layers and layers of trauma instead of allowing us to release it. Like, what are my tears going to hurt you? How are my tears hurting you? Okay? And what is it? Why is it your kryptonite? Why is my tears hurting you so bad that you can't even see it? You don't even want to see it. So the thing is, it takes us out of that victim, makes us become warriors. Okay, and responsibility and accountability are some beautiful things to have. Okay. Next, she says assistance with access, and they said it is necessary to ask for and accept help in order to receive it. Oh, I gotta learn from that one. Tina. Because I don't ask for help. Because just like I feel like if you ask for help for people feel like, oh, now you owe me. You got to jump through hoops and do this and do that. When I just give with a giving heart. If I see a need, I just give. But people, and I feel like if you ask, it's like, oh, now. Just like if you go to the bank and get a loan, like, oh, now you owe us and with interest and this and that. And it's just like, ooh, girl, when I'm paid off in 30 years? No ma'am. But Tina said it is necessary to ask for help and accept it once it's given to you. But they say you got to ask for it to receive it. You're the key. Okay? Because there are some good people out there. And you just need to be able to know and see it. And some people want to help you. Some people are here to come into your life, not for always to stay there permanently, to come and help you through this moment and then to bow out. There's no attachment to it. Okay, but then again, there are some people who want to come in and stay because they appreciate your light, they value your light that you shine in their life. But assistance with access, which means you the key. Okay, you the key. You have the key. You don't have to be alone in this world. There are good people out there. And then she said, enough. You were born enough. Oh, Tina, I'm about to cry. She said, there's nothing you have to do to feel like you are not deserving of what the world has to offer. Okay? You are enough and you was born that way. Tina, I love you so much. You're going to be missed, but I know your spirit is still here with us. Okay? And we know we're going to see you again. We know it, girl. So we love you, Tina. That's going to do it for Tina, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Stay tuned for the next one. Catch you later, y'all. Bye.